So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of planets through ascendants. And today we're going to be covering Moon in the 8th house in the sign of Gemini for Scorpio ascendant people. And what happens when Moon is in the sign of Gemini while it rules the 9th house with the sign of Cancer. And especially after the 10th degree, it also controls the sign of Taurus along with Venus. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular placement, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and a link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm currently teaching and about to finish my Planets Through Nakshatra series. And so once you log in, you'll be able to see every single video and get all the in-depth information on the nakshatras. So anyway, let's get started with the Moon in the 8th house in Gemini. So one thing we understand with this particular placement is that a person and even their father will always attain higher knowledge, religious knowledge, philosophical knowledge in secrecy. They will not, especially the most important information in their life, they will always receive in secrecy. And especially the native, after the passing of father, will suddenly find great interest in things like occult, mysticism, tantra, hidden knowledge, and any secret information that is hidden from the world. Also, around the age of 8, father would have burned his hands or had major injury to the hand while traveling to some pilgrimage, while traveling to some faraway place, faraway land. And especially this person is going to be sworn to some kind of a secrecy in their life regarding higher knowledge, regarding higher education. So for example, somebody learned certain, let's say, techniques of astrology, of tantra. They will be sworn to keep this as a secret and not to tell the world about it. They will have some kind of a boundary that they will have to deal with. And usually such a person is always interested in information which is dealing with emergency. Like for example, you won't really find so many investigative journalism, in your daily life, but the ones who are will have this type of a placement of the moon. But usually what happens is a person likes to deal with all the sudden transformative information in their workspace. So if the stock market is down, or going to be down tomorrow, that can hurt the company stock so bad that they can lay off people. They want to be the ones, and they are the ones who tend to get that type of information. But also here's the thing, like I said, there will be sworn to secrecy. Perhaps they find out, but the person who tells them, makes them to sign something that they cannot say it. The other thing we also see that especially around the age of either 21 or 24, a person will have a major religious transformation, major spiritual transformation. For example, somebody, let's say, is a Christian, goes and becomes an Aghori in India. Somebody who's a hardcore Hindu, becomes atheist, becomes Sikh. Like there's this sudden, because what happens is during this period, they will travel and attain some information, attain some, again, hidden knowledge that will bring a big change in their life. And specifically shows that the father would usually be very good with either dealing with sales, communications. Father, especially here, will be very good with research. Somehow father will be involved in some research. Now, are you going to be involved in some research? Sure. But is that going to become your profession? That we don't know. That's something we're going to have to look at your birth chart for. Just because the moon is in the 8th house in Gemini doesn't mean that your profession is going to be research. Your profession could be, IT, could be law. But one thing you will see is that such people love to hack into things and investigate things. See, research and investigation is a bit similar. Okay. See, research is something you're trying to find out if this is it. Investigation is something that has happened, but I need to find out how it happened. And usually I have actually seen people who become, like have this fetish for getting information against their will. Or I mean getting information against everybody else's will. Like some hackers can hack into any kind of information which is going to be the most valuable information for an individual, but for them it doesn't mean anything. They're like, oh, I accessed this information, and they just get this high. And this is where such people, may not be like some bad person. For them it's just they have this love for this universal language now, which is very common in the world, which is computer language. But the thing is, mind is always, and one thing you will see, mind is always in having darker thoughts, especially if there's no aspect of Jupiter on this moon. And let's say even malefic aspects are not there, or if malefic aspects are there, a person has a lot of unusual dark thoughts, which they keep it secret. They will never say to anyone. They will look like normal individuals, they will look like normal people, but they will never, share that information. Like some people actually had an individual who admitted that anytime they go to some higher ledge, they want to jump. They want to jump off of it. So, and there's also, moon in Scorpio, I've seen it, but obviously moon is in the 8th house here, but they say whenever they are traveling and they're in some high place, they feel they just want to jump. They know they're not going to do it, but they just have this great fascination. It's like a fetish, like what will happen if I jump? Now they can't just share, they can't go out on a first date and share this information. They will never be able to find someone. But this is why, they have to keep a lot of things secret. They're bound with secrecy in their life. And a lot of repeated themes will also happen in their life. Like sudden things, some things happen where they're going to have to repeat some process again to achieve certain goals. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was, and also obviously if your moon is beyond the 10th degree, where it also correlates with the 7th house with Venus, naturally such people get a high from secret sexual conversations. They need somebody they can have a lot of sexual intimate conversations with. That's what gets them, aroused. And they will also have great relationship with the spouse's family. A lot of, communication and chatter will happen. But obviously you do not want malefic aspects, because if malefic is aspecting this moon, then the person will communicate so harshly, or there will be such a harsh communication between them and the spouse's family that it'll break away the relationship. And also a person tends to attain some secret skills of hands, especially the spouse will have some secret skills of hands. Maybe they know some ritual. Maybe they can secretly sew things. There will be some secrecy. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of moon in the 8th house in the sign of Gemini. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. And if you want to know where your particular moon is, what sign it's in, all your astrological details, check out the links here. And remember to hit the bell button so you don't miss these type of videos. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.